Imagine a media outlet only being able to say good things about the president. And of the and if the media outlets said something bad about the president would sue or incarcerate them. Well, this is how it is for the people living in Ecuador. It's a sad reality that the government of Ecuador doesn't allow for freedom of expression. The government of Ecuador has been in violation of freely expressing yourself, which is Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This right is most valued by the people working in the media. They value this right because it gives them the right to freely express themselves without there being any consequences. But they can't freely express themselves anymore because the government sues or incarcerates any person or media outlet that opposes the ideas of the president. If the government were to be if the government were to stop being in violation of this right, then people in the media could actually do their jobs and their lives wouldn't be ruined. Ever since the current president of Ever since the current president of Ecuador came into power, Rafael Correa, the right to freely express yourself hasn't been allowed. If someone were to protest against him, then he would have them imprisoned. When in court, Correa makes sure that the protesters that oppose them get the harshest punishment. For example, a well-known newspaper in Ecuador known as El Universo first got a taste of Correa's hate for the media when they made fun of him and he sued them for $42 million. This basically destroyed the newspaper and made other media outlets afraid to oppose him. Although $42 million is an absurd amount of money for just making fun of the president, the courts still sided with Correa. This not only makes the justice system corrupt, but also destroyed all the lives of the people working in that newspaper, even though they were just exercising their right to freely express themselves and just doing their jobs. The judges that moderate these trials often side with Correa whenever he's trying to punish someone who opposed him. Because the judges often agree with Correa and punish innocent people, it seems as if though the courts are corrupt. In order to stop this misfortune from happening, the country of Ecuador should just get judges who are honest to mediate the trials. It's obvious that the judicial system is corrupt and that Correa has him in his back pocket. And this is why Ecuador needs honest judges when they have to listen to Correa's lawsuits. They will make the correct and informed choice regarding whether or not Correa's lawsuits are actually something that harms him. When the courts side with Correa, it's almost guaranteed that Correa is going to win. Another example of lives destroyed by Correa and the courts is when Correa sued two journalists for $10 million. The two journalists did nothing wrong. All they did was write a book about Correa's faults and crimes. Of course, the court sided with Correa, and the two journalists now had their lives destroyed. This can all be stopped if non-corrupt judges mediate the trials Correa is in. If this recommendation were to actually be implemented, then the people working in the media wouldn't have anything to fear. They could actually do their jobs without being punished. This would not only be a big step for regaining an essential human right, but would also help the country as a whole be a better place.